offline. Now it says sending data again. Hopefully that will help out some. I just tried that. That's the only trick I know, unfortunately, with YouTube, guys. I'm so sorry. We'll look into that after this live to make sure this does not ever happen again. So again, you may have Celestial. I'm not sure if it's in stock. It's a beautiful set. I mean, just stunning. But I know some of you, like me, have older stuff in your stash because you love Altenew. So you have lots of things. And then, of course, my rock collection. I just grabbed these. Of course, we won't get through all. Like I said, I brought out so much stuff. And of course, I grabbed the Altenew blends because it's so pretty for things like this. So hi, everybody. I'm so sorry. I tried to fix the YouTube. It's streaming. We're streaming. Allie, we're streaming. Yay, we're streaming on YouTube, Allie. Yay. Okay. So it doesn't take much to make me happy. Having all my friends here with me. We fixed YouTube. I caught the trash man. It is a good day, my friends. It is a wonderful day. So for those just coming in, we're doing the Sweet Blooms die set. My dear friend Avril made projects with this. And I had a scream like in a nightmare because I didn't own it. So I had to go buy it because her projects were gorgeous. So I grabbed that, an embossing folder, some inks, and some papers. And these were on my desk. And I thought, why not? Why not? Right? So let's get some paper scraps first, right? We'll do a little ink blending. Oh, YouTube was just working. It said it was working. So hopefully, Tracy, oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, it says it's streaming. So I'm hoping you meant now working because you're on YouTube. So I hope you mean it was now working. Oh, good. Okay. So this is my scrappy scrap bin. I try now. Okay. So some folks may get a little not happy with me, but I keep this in here for a few months. And whatever I don't use after a few months goes in the bin. And then I oh, good, Teresa. Thank you for letting me know. And again, Allie is behind the badge today. So everybody, please give Allie a wonderful welcome because she does all the links and posting. And I will say we just put a new class up yesterday with the amazing Sarah Simon, a watercolorist artist. So excited for that class. So just throwing that out there in case you missed that. We want you to see that. There is an early bird special, of course. We love to extend savings out to you guys. Now, this was just from last year. So this shocked me too. I was like, holy Toledo, stop the presses. I did not know about this. And this was just last year. What? So, yeah. So if you guys too haven't seen this, it is so cute. So let's have some fun with this little set. So I thought what would be fun. So maybe we'll do our pattern paper card first. Maybe I'll do that because that's going to be our quickest card, right? Because all of the work is done for us. So we don't have to really do anything. So I'm just going to take, this glue is really, really good. We have really strong glue. Okay. All right. All right. So I've grabbed those. Let's start with those. Okay. Oh, thank you, Allie. Allie put the class with Sarah Simon in there. So excited. I had the honor and privilege to meet Sarah at NAMTA Creativation. And oh my gosh, just so much fun. And watching her watercolor is so super zen and it's amazing. I wish I could watch her all the time. Okay. And with this class, I can keep doing that. The tape on the dies is one thing. Oh, okay. Do you think the tape's too strong, Roberta? Sometimes it feels very strong and other times like it's not bad. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe some days I'm weaker. I don't know. Okay. So, I mean, all these gorgeous patterns. This one is in stock, my friends. I double checked before I came on. So the thing I like about this all goes together. I know this goes together, right? So I don't have to be like, oh, does this color work? Does that color work? This is a set. I don't have to worry about it. Somebody else has done the hard thinking for me. So I'm trying to decide, we could go all paper, right? And of course, loving navy, love that pattern. So let's choose that one. And it is double-sided. So I can go with the white and the navy or the navy and the white. So we have some options. And of course, with a navy, I love to throw an orange and an aqua. So those are the ones that I'm going to pick. We may throw a pinky. Let's grab pinky while we're here, right? That sounds bad. Let's grab Pinky. This is Pinky. Nice to meet you, Pinky. So we have these. So this is going to be our card, right? So that's going to be our card. So let's trim it down because it doesn't matter either side, right? We're going to go to the beautiful 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we can pick from here because we like options, don't we, my crafty friends? We like those options. This, I'm just going to cut it in half because that will go perfect through my adorbs mini little friend I have right here. Which one do you want to color? The navy one? You want to color the navy one? I don't know if I could color that. It's so, I love it, love it, love it. All right, and then I'm just going to cut these two at 3 inches. Not 2. I got like 3 sheets, so some may cut a little uneven because it's got a nice slick texture to it. Oh, I didn't mean to grab this one, but you know what I was thinking? This looks like paste through a stencil. This one here, what a great background would that be? You know, and maybe you can combine, you know, or put like half a sheet or a strip or something. So if you go wild, which I encourage because we're on a crafty adventure, right? You could also add like a strip of this in. Maybe we will. Why not? Because we're on a crafty adventure, right? We just got to have some fun. So let's add a couple of, let's go 3. A couple is supposed to mean 2, but in my world, it means, well, almost 3. All right, and then we're going to trim. I'm going to trim that down because I don't have as much white on this side. So we're going to trim that down too, right? Okay, so let's use this. Okay, and it may make no sense and it may not work, but we're going to try it. Yeah, I love this set. This set, I feel like, I don't know what came out when this set came out. I almost think it was like a special release on its own. For something, but it's such an amazing set, and I haven't seen like a lot of projects with it, so I was super stoked when I went today and it was in stock, and I was like, oh great, I think it'll be super cute with this little set, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's get our plates, and these plates don't warp, my friends. If you have used different things in the past and you're like, nope, I don't like those, the plates, oh, the plates. No, these plates don't warp. These plates are amazing. Sometimes if it's an intricate design, I use a metal shim with this, but I am still using the same plates with my mini as when I got it. And I got it years, like I don't even remember when I bought it. So it's been a while. I've been an educator for, let's see, 4 years this year, so it's probably at least like 4 or 5 years old, these plates. All right, and it cut beautifully. I figured let's cut it all, my friends, right? Let me see. The 10th anniversary cards put in our orders, how do we color on them? That is an excellent question, Roberta. So lots of folks will color those with the artist markers. I know some people that have, and one's here, Tracy S. Has colored them with the watercolor brush markers. And then I know some folks have used our coloring pencils, our woodless coloring pencils, which are fab. So yeah, you can get nice effects on those. I've seen some, I have seen some ink blending on there, but you just want to let it dry where it's a slick surface. Sometimes you can let it sit and dry. So there's that. Then the other thing you can do with this, oh no, I could not color Minnie. No, I love Minnie. I couldn't color Minnie. No, maybe put a little hat with a tag. Folks that are my age will know what that means when I say Minnie and a hat with a tag. What else you could do with this, right? If you love this set, You also could go ahead and you could add this as a stencil. You could create a wonderful background, and I'll tell you about that. All right. So I have so many plans for today. Maybe we won't get to the ink blending or the markers, but I just want to show you this because I know we get these packs, right? We get all these packs and we get so excited and we love them and they're awesome. And then we get it home and we pet the paper. If you're anything like me, you're like, ooh, it's so pretty. I love it. And then it goes in and we save it for a special occasion that never comes. So let's today be your special occasion. So I have a lot of special occasions this month. I don't really consider my birthday a special occasion, but I'll be with you guys the day before my birthday, which is very exciting. And my son is graduating tomorrow, right? And he's already an attorney, but he's getting an MBA. So that's exciting. And this card could be for him if I left the pink flowers off. Actually, the gold and navy and white are our school colors. I say our because we were students at the same school until tomorrow. So, and then 2 weeks later, he's getting married. So I'm so excited. So I have so many fun special occasions coming up this month. So lots of chances for me to pull this beautiful paper out and use it. So if we need special occasions, I'll let you borrow one of mine, okay? So you can say, oh, Bridget's going to a wedding. Let me use my fancy card and that I've been saving and make a beautiful wedding card. So that way you'll have a wedding card in your stash and you'll have used your paper. Now, if I was smart, right, I would be taping these in place, but I'm just going with it. We're on a crafty adventure. We're eating a bag of Funyuns. Life is good. So that's what you do on a crafty adventure. You don't worry about things like masking tape, right? But we do have masking tape. Oh, and if you use the masking tape, your dies will not fall out of your machine. So I highly recommend. And that one is he's super, super good friends with the one next door. And now he's trying to head over there. We don't want him to. There we go. He's going to stay in his own lane there. No merging. Okay. Woohoo. Yeah, see, I have this problem. I will pass that on to him. Ooh, Ms. Tamp, I have not tried gouache on the cards. Ooh, that would be pretty on this. Like put it in between and you have that gold. Oh, what a great idea. I had not thought of that. And then the other thing is too, as you look through our different paper packs, look at that one in Rock Collection. How cool would that be to paint with that? That would be super cool. So there's also like a hexagon-y one. This is the Rock Collection, of course, that I have to have my Rock Collection. But patterns on here, you could color like Tracy was talking about. We have some flourishes on there. So hopefully this one's in stock. I think it is. I think I saw this one there. And it's got the ombre, but lots of things you could do with that. Great idea. I was just going to say, when I come to craft with you guys, like, it's like, oh, I should use inks. Yeah, inks. Oh, what about markers? Oh, wait, there's paper. Oh, I should use an embossing folder. So I get a little excited to come craft with you guys, if you didn't know that already. I'm guessing most of you know that already. All right, and because I cut the insides of my card out, right? Most of you have seen me do that before. I have these pieces that are just kind of here. And, oh, good. Thank you, Allie, so much for popping that in there. And that's the thing. I always try to warn the amazing folks behind the badge. Like, I'm a little wild. Han and Angel, they knew, like, you never knew. Angel always said she had her angel wings because I just never know where I'm going. I have a plan and sometimes I have a plan and other times I don't. And we just kind of go. We have a go, right? So, that's how I craft, right? That's the type of crafter I am. I see all these beautiful folks that like to plan and can plan. I'm not a planner. I feel constricted when I plan my cards. I like to touch the products. I like to get them on my desk. I like to say, oh, look at this. It looks nice with this, that, the other, So that's kind of where I fall. I'd love to know, are you guys, oh, this is the brushed gold. So the brushed gold, we do have the mirror, the gold mirror. We have that as well. So we have so many beautiful gold. I am obsessed with the brushed gold. The amazing Lydia, back in the days, we had virtual workshops. And I think I mentioned this a couple times ago. And I was always referred to as the golden girl because every card I had gold splatter. It had gold of some sort on there. And my question is, why not? Let's get the gold. Let's get the splatter on there. Let's spread the elegance and the love of crafting. Okay, and I know I just took dies. There we go. That's the other reason I'm not a planner. I can't find things. L-O-L-O. Yes, I am the golden girl. So, but then as time has gone on, I've become the foam tape queen. So I'm the golden girl foam tape queen. All of the monikers or AKAs that I love and embrace because it's who I am as a crafter, right? So I think that's the secret. And I've told many wonderful folks going through the AECP program is that, becoming an AECP is an Altenew certified educator. And we have a program here that's amazing. Not only do you get to practice your crafty skills, learn new ones, but you get an amazing community here that is fabulous. So if you haven't heard of that, check it out. But I always tell folks, I'm like, you're going to find out who you are as a crafter as you go through this process. You're going to find out, do I really enjoy mixed media? Do I love watercolor? What do I really like? I was going to use an embossing folder and I said, no, I was going to use pattern paper. Oh, silly. But before I forget, and see, this is my friend in school nicknamed me Tangent because I'm like, whoo, squirrel. So yeah, I apologize for the tangent, but I did want to show you this before I forgot. So let's say this is a card panel, or, let's bring out a card panel real quick. Now, the great thing that you can do here, okay, you can come in and you can create a background paper using these dies, using your cutout, okay? So you can stencil with this, okay? So my idea, and I'm going off again, masking tape. So I will prove that I own it. I do use it frequently. It is right there. Oh, goodness. So we're going to putting the emeralds here, right? And the great thing about making your own stencil is that you could space things out more so you weren't going over things. And then I was going to use Laguni, but let's come in with some Volcano Lake, right? Okay. And then, so you could do all 4 colors here and get a really beautiful effect. And then you can come down. And of course, I'm more emeralds because I started with emerald than I am Volcano Lake. So you're looking like, that's not what my Volcano Lake looks like. That's why, because I started with the emeralds, but it's okay. And I'm using just my basic rainbow brushes. I like that. There is proof it does not exist. Okay. Let's see. All right. And then come in with the emerald. I just want to show you this technique really quick. I wish I had like 3 hours with you guys to just show you how amazing this die set is, because it's just so phenomenal. But look at that, right? So you have this, then you can pop a sentiment on there. Now I keep a folder of sentiments, so I'm going to grab it. Just to show you. Now I would cover that, right? I would keep moving this panel around, but what a great idea. So I know, Christian, I'm good to go. Like, oh, let's go. That's why we have Saturdays. So you could put like a big sentiment in there. Oh, you could put a fancy. So you blend more, right? So you use your stencil you've created. So you got your dies, you got your stencil. You're not wasting. You're using the positive and the negative. And then look, you can kind of put a fancy sentiment. Look how pretty that is. Oh, good, Barbara. Glad your internet's back and glad you're here. So I did go over the edges a little bit. What you could do for that, right? All you do is you would bring in one of the leaves right there and then just blend. And that way your little line you went over now becomes a beautiful little leaf. So, but look how pretty that is. And all you're doing is using something you likely would have thrown away, right? And this is great to blend on because it's got that nice, not texture, smoothness to it. So, just an idea for you guys, or you could blend the whole thing and then you could put one of these up over it. So, just a little bit of fun. Oh, I didn't get that much, Barbara, but we've been getting rain here too. Somebody asked me if the sun came out yesterday, and I said, I don't understand. What is a sun? I don't recall what that. It seems like that's not a word I've ever heard here. So we haven't had a lot of sun. But I hope you guys try that. I know I want to play with this now. And the good thing is, if you keep putting your dies down kind of haphazardly, you're going to have different arrangements that you can use. So save all of these. What is that is smooth? Okay, so this is the exuberant paper pack, Barbara. So we're going to create one panel with this, and we were using our leftovers to create just like an A2 card panel. We're not going to do the whole thing because that will take quite a bit of time, but I wanted to give the idea to you so that you have that. Oh, Roberta, we got to try that. Girlfriend, we got to try that. All right, where is it? It's hiding. Okay, I put my pigments together. Oh, yeah. Roberta, fabulous idea. Love, let's give it a whirl just so we can show you guys what this looks like. Well, and the fun is too, right? So if you're going to use the permanent gray, it is a permanent pigment. So you know what? That means you could bring in some embossing, like some clear embossing powder. You could start doing resist with this. I mean, hold the phone, my friends. And by that, I mean, put it on do not disturb and let's craft, of course. So we're just going to blend this. What a great idea. And you could even use, so say you're like me and you have a lot of these bits and bobs, like these little white bits and bobs, right? And you're like, oh, it's going to take forever finding the right piece and, et cetera, et cetera. This would be great. So you could do this, and I can raise this panel on my card, put like some gray next to it, and then I'm just going to flip this, right? I'm just going to flip this so I get a different look. I'm just making sure so that I don't go over anything I've already done. I'm being very careful right there, being cognizant of my limitations there. Oh, Roberta, this was brilliant. Thank you so much, Roberta, for this idea. You guys have to try this at home. It's so pretty. And if you don't have the permanent gray mist ink, I would recommend, of course, limestone from Rock Collection. And then I'm just going to wipe my surface here because I got a little ink there. But look how gorgeous that is. Now, you don't have to. You could take this and you could take one of the leftovers and put it on a card panel. Look at that. So you could create, and on my mat, I have what a card panel is, right? So I can, but I do want to have that, hold that up and just so you can look. So if the other thing, right, that you could do with this, so pre-treat your paper with your little anti-static powder gal, and then put on the ink, right? Then put on some clear powder. Then you could do an emboss resist. It would also be beautiful. I'm not sure if we still have this paper, so please forgive me if we don't. The pale gray. How beautiful would this be on an envelope? We just released beautiful envelopes. How beautiful would that be on those envelopes to send to your friend? And it's not enough, so you can write over it. It's matte, Tracy. It's not a shiny. If you were to add some embossing powder to it, then you'd get that shiny look. So you could make it shiny super easy because it is a pigment ink, right? So here on my mat, I would have to trim this down a little bit because it's, 6 inches. So I can look and I can see I could put those together and I could have a beautiful, beautiful card. The other thing that is wonderful that we could use is you want a little bit of shine. So let me grab another card base here. Oh, Roberta, fabulous idea. Fabulous, fabulous. All right. Hopefully I got enough juice. I found a herd of these when I was cleaning, but hopefully I have enough juice to make this card happen. Okay. There we go. If not, I can use a liquid glue. So I'm just going to put this down. And again, this panel's bigger too. So I'm just going to line it up where I want it. Okay. And then what I can do, I have a choice. Okay. Let's ask what you guys like. Should we put the tape? I'm going to put the tape on. Should I put it on the side or should I put it in the middle? So have an M or an S. M or an S. Are the labels available for all the round inks? I believe so. Yes. I don't believe there's one for the permanent gray, mist gray yet, but that one's newer. So, oh no, Roberta, please see more squirrels. See more squirrels, Roberta. I love it. I love it. That's wonderful. Yes, so we have a lot of them, Brenda, but we have a lot of the labels, but they're always coming out with new ones. I'm seeing a lot of S's. So let's go ahead, right? So this was released a bit ago. It was free with an order. So I'm just going to put this on the side. Now, what this does, of course, I'm thinking you could pop this up, right? Why not? I can't think of a good reason, except for maybe that my foam tape is missing. Okay. Well, I had a foam tape once upon a time. I have piles on my desk. I'm looking in the piles. I do have a brand new one. It's just not here, and I don't want to run out into the living room and grab it. So I'm just going to take a piece of random foam tape, but I only have it because I'm trying to use it up from before the days that Altenew had foam tape. So, but our foam tape is the bestest foam tape I have ever used. Now, I'm going to be careful, right? Because I don't want to put foam tape on the back of all of this. And you could, if you think the blue is too much. So should we go with the blue side or the white side? Let's do B or W. B or W. All right. And yep, I organized my living room, but I did not organize here. Okay, we want blue, 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 blue. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. But again, you can get that look, right? If you want that soft, delicate look, you can go ahead and you can flip it so you got the white and it's kind of pale. But I too like that pop. Okay. And I'm going to put this here because I don't want to fill up the whole thing with foam tape. I'm just going to go there. Oh, ha ha. Found my foam tape. I put it in the wrong place. But look how I got to start another one, you guys. This is my fifth foam tape with Altenew. Oh, goodness. I guess, I love it. I just love it. I love it for everything. And, I'm willing to pay the extra postage. To me, it's worth it because I feel like my cards are my art, right? So I don't want to skimp on my art, so to speak. I want to be able to have my art to be the vision that I envisioned. So we'll do this and then we'll put some cards together with Emery Casey's on the scene here to help. There are round things on the table. So she's very excited to be here. All right. Then we're going to make sure that we line this up, right? The bottom. And I could use the lines on my mat as well. Silly, silly girl. Okay. So if we're going to use that. Nope. We'll do it this way because this is where my tape isn't. So I want to make it easier on myself to cut that down. So I'm just lining that up there. Lining that up down there. And look, a super, if you know where your foam tape is, a super quick card that Roberta super inspired. So thank you so much, Roberta, from all of us crafters here for this amazing idea. That's why I love crafting with you guys. I get so much, so many good ideas, like just so fabulous. And look at this. This was all going to be quote unquote wasted, right? This was going to be wasted stuff. Like I was going to throw away the white paper. Um, yeah, Emery may steal it. Okay, what's the difference between the pigment mist gray versus a fresh dye? I will get to that question. And I was looking for my little envelope. You saw me. I had it. Well, the other thing you can do, it may not work. Oh, there we go. I have the other one. The other thing I love, okay, is I love to foil and better press these sentiments. Actually, you know what? I really like that. You could even put a piece of the silver tape, and I'll lift it up so you can see it because it's very faint. I used like a bronze kind of foil there. But you could even put some of that tape behind it if you wanted to. But what a classy card out of kind of throwaways, right? So I would have just stuck this back in the envelope. Would have I have used it? Maybe. This was, likely headed for the bin. Not my silver tape. That was in my drawer protected. But I mean, that's the thing. Look at this beautiful card. And again, thank you so much, Roberta. That's wonderful. So the difference is this is a pigment ink, right? So when we think of pigment inks, we think of the antique gold, we think of the obsidian. Okay. The fresh dye inks, right? These take a little bit longer to dry. You can use them with embossing powders, which is fantastic, right? The fresh dye inks, these inks dry very quickly. I always say not instant, quickly. Okay. They soak in and they dye the paper. So just right there in the name, they're going to dye the paper. And these ones are very pigmented. So you can think of wet. Okay. So that's the difference with those. We also have the cloud white pigment ink. And we have the beautiful, if I can get it out of my holder here, my Stampin' Storage round thingy-majiggy here. Just got to get my nail in the right place. We also have these in the rounds. Woo! We have the rose gold, which is gorgeous, and we have the cloud white, which is fun for techniques. So these are our three newest pigment inks right here, right? And these ones, there's also an enchanted gold, which is pretty. And there's some mixed media inks that you can also do some nice embossing with and some techniques as well. Now, I think the rose gold would be beautiful as well for this technique, but I mean, how great. And honestly, this may sound bad because there's glitter. I might even use this for a sympathy card because it's got that gray and blue. It's got that kind of sedate vibe. So hopefully that makes sense and you're not like, oh, she's using it for a sympathy card. What's wrong? But I think you can. And honestly, if you wanted to redo it as a sympathy card and you did not, you're like, whoa, girlfriend, shut the front door. No. You could also tuck a piece of paper over here. You could ink blend another piece and tuck it so it looked continuous. So you could do lots of things. But for me, I would be okay sending this to someone I knew as a sympathy card. Okay, so there we go. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough, Roberta. So I love this with the hello friend as well. So I'm just going to tuck that right under and hold that together. Okay. And I highly recommend mass produce these, my friends. These are the essential sentiments. So if you do those or mass produce sentiments, I have timeless sentiments. I have a drawer, literally a drawer full over across from me. And I separate them out by sentiment and I have different colors. So in here, I have some on vellum. I have some with rainbow paper. I have some with glitter paper. So, and I have some hot foiled items in here, but I highly suggest keeping a sentiment envelope because it's so easy. Like right now, my card's done. I just grabbed a sentiment, good to go. Then I also have some of the new the new One Go greetings. Yay, love those. Love those. Okay, here we go. So we have two card ideas. We have a card, actually, and we have one idea. So there we go. I feel good. We're racking up some cards here. Okay. Now, we're going to come over to this one, right? So on here, tough decision. I think I like this. I think I like this a little bit better. I think. I'm not sure. The other thing we can do, okay, and this is where the sentiment thingy-majiggy comes in again. Okay, so let's say I want to do a happy birthday with this card, right? This is another thing that I like to do. And sometimes it's nice if you have a chunkier sentiment to do this, but this one will work. So we'll move this. So maybe we won't do that. Plans change. This is definitely going to get put on some foam tape. Okay, and I thought I had an extra piece around here, but I don't. I have that other one that I don't want. Okay, and I don't use those for tape. So let's do this. See, this is what happened. I just put the tape in the drawer for a second and then I forgot that it was there. Silly, silly girl. Okay. The wide gold. Yeah, that is really pretty. I mean, it's just so pretty. And we can make this kind of curve a little bit, and then I'll cut another tiny piece just to put over there. Okay, so there we go. So this is what we're going to do, right? So that's going to be about center there. And I can come down a little bit so you guys can join me. So this, I love this. I have, and this is why I die cut them all in the beginning. You may have been like, oh my goodness, why are you die cutting so many colors? This is why, because now I can just have a play, right? I can come in, I've got all my flowers, I've got all my elements. So I can come in and I can start putting in things, just looking and saying, oh, I like the look of this here. I like the look of that there. And then, okay, so we're going to put this little guy over here. And then we want a pink one. Okay. Now, the other thing that's okay to do, now, for people that are very sensitive to paper screams, I am going to warn you, there's going to be screaming. But so you can do this, right? So we're going to keep that kind of in the middle. So you could have this arrangement. Beautiful, beautiful, full of color, you know, lots and lots of color. Very exciting. It's a birthday. We're super stoked. Okay. So you're looking and you're like, you know, those are too big. Like they're all too big. They're too tall. I need more of the little shorter ones. Well, can you come over and get that? Yes. But the problem is it's identical, right? So what we do, cover your ears if you're sensitive to paper screams, because it's happening. It happens. I'm sorry. I apologize for folks that are sensitive. So what you can do is I cut that big one apart because he's kind of a big fella, right? So I can use him well. These ones I'm going to cut so that I have two separate. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is actually we're going to change it up a little bit. So we're going to glue this down. Okay, let's start there. I knew there was going to be a no. There's always somebody that's like, don't do it, no. And then I recommend having a pair of tweezers. We have the Crafter's Essential tweezers, which are fabulous. So when you're putting your sentiment down, you're not all thumbs, right? So you don't have stuff in the way of you. You can just kind of look at your project and pick where you want to have it. And I think right there is pretty good for me. I think the other fun thing is we could add a heart enamel dot, but I'm getting ahead of myself, as I often do. All right. So I'm just going to give him a little haircut. Cover your ears again, folks. Cover your ears. Paper screams. So I'm just trimming off that little piece there. So nobody knows. But this is the way to really, and honestly, I had hoped to, work with some of the flowers in the set and some other things in the set. But you get 13 dies, right? So you can create these two beautiful flowers with flower centers, which now you could use our gem sparkles or enamel dots, which would be great. And then you can layer the leaves together, right? So I'd hoped to get to do more of that. And you have those little flowers in there. But you know me, I see leaves. There we go. Sue, that is wonderful time spent. I'm glad you were able to make it anyways, but no better time spent than with family. All right, so we're going to go ahead So see how this changes? This was the same piece, or it was one of the tall pieces. Now see, this one's going to get lost. Okay. So I'm just going to trim it because it's going to get lost behind this other one. So maybe I could put it someplace else, right? So we're going to get this put there. Okay. Now the reason I'm not gluing these down per se, and what I can do is I can take a little glue tape because it's repositionable. So it means I can move it. So I don't know if I can pick up, there we go. You can see that texture. So what you can do is when I'm done, I can just rub it off and it's gone. And that way it is a beautiful temporary adhesive. And if I leave it on there, it is nice and permanent. So I'm going to put that there. I like that right there. Okay. So far, liking the arrangement. Now, the other option, right? We have all these beautiful colors. Now, I'm going to say this, and I know some folks are going to strongly agree with me, and I disagree with myself too, but you don't have to use all the colors. You could keep it so you have the navy, the orange, and the gold, right? So you don't have to. You can, you don't have to, though, bring in other elements. And then because this paper is two-sided, you have two different elements. So you could do the dark side or the light side, right? And you guys know me. I'm a big dark side kind of gal. I love navies, dark grays, oranges, love it all. So this guy, we're not going to waste this little, it looks like a heart. I love when the leaves look like hearts. Whoever designed this set's like, ooh, love it. So we're just gonna, and I can trim it down a little bit more. I know, paper screams. I know. Okay, it just, that little piece was hanging there. But this is how bad haircuts start. So we could even tuck this in here, right? So it looks like it's coming from that plant. So see, it's good to hear some of the paper screams sometimes. So let's see. I may want to go the route though. I kind of am liking just the orange. Let's do it. Let's commit. Let's commit, my friends. We can do it. We got this. We got this. Okay. Let's get this down. Okay, so we're going to get this so it's basically centered. Now, if this is getting in the way again, right? Okay, cover your ears. I keep giving these warnings. I give vertigo warnings, paper screen warnings. I try to give as many warnings as possible. But because we want this down tucked, right? So we can come over and put that there. And this way, you can change the orientation of the leaves. And this kind of looks like a balloon. Look, I didn't mean to trim it like a balloon, but it's kind of a balloon. All right, here we go. Okay, so I think we're going to put that there. We did put tape on the back. Okay, so that's there. And then we only put it on one of the gold leaves. So we're going to put it on more of the gold leaves here. Now, I do want to warn you, you do want to be careful with the tweezers. Like I just really squeezed it on the gold because it will leave a mark. It left a little mark there. So you got to be careful and not be the bull in the china shop. Just easily handle that. Okay. Now, again, so we can come in. Did it before. As my mother says, I don't know why she makes that noise when she trims things, but she does. Okay. And I do have a magnet on my fridge, just kind of setting the story that says sometimes when I open my mouth, my mother comes out. So I'm very much like my mother. Oh, goodness. Here's my fur daughter. She's very much like her mom. She loves ink blending. She loves paintbrushes. She loves anything round, and she loves foam tape. So my fur daughter is taking after me. All right. So I am just working with this one cluster that I cut up out of the orange. So it was this shape originally, okay? And I'm just piecing these in kind of where I think they're going to look nice. So I'm going to come along and I'm going to add some more gold as well. They do look like little trees. And I have to tell you, I cannot wait to use this set like serious mode, like where I sit down with either the gradient cardstocks or I ink blend or my markers or watercolors, so many options. But I can't wait to sit down and focus on this set and really create with it, fully all the way through. But the great thing is too, is that I love to show you that, you know, just because a set is designed with leaves and flowers doesn't mean you need to use the leaves and flowers. You can also use other components and use it for something else. I like the way that looks there, and nobody would ever know. Well, you guys would. And now I just got glue on it, but I'll work on that later. Maybe I'll put another one over it. Nobody would know that this was all like separated out. So now what we're going to do, I don't want to use the same gold one, right? Because I don't want to have that mimicked there. But I can come in with either this one. I think this one is better. I like these scoopy little flowers there. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. So good to see you. Well, see you. Oh, goodness. I'm going to be at Simon Create. So if any of you are going, if you find me, I would love to meet you or see you if anybody's going. That would be fabulous. I love to meet all the Altenew folks. Okay, there. So just again, and I find something soothing about this. And, you know, picking your color scheme, picking what you're going to add. So I didn't use this one, right? And I like that kind of more solidy orange one. And again, you could use like the Altenew Blends pack. That basically gives you gradients. So those are built right in, which is awesome. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. All right, and I'm going to place this here just because I want to cover up my, oh, it's too short. It's too short. All right, I was hoping to cover up my glue mistake, glue gate, as I'm going to call it. Okay, so let's trim some of these. Okay, and see, I can trim it longer when I trim it because that's super long, right? So then I can come over here. I kind of want to add this one up in over here, or maybe that's too big for there. Maybe we build like a little flower balloon where that's coming up out of there. Okay, and we didn't glue that one down yet. Oh, I didn't push it down. I just put it in there. I did not push it down. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I'm covering up that string on that flower. So, oh, so pretty as this is coming together. Now, this one, I definitely want to use this one too because it doesn't have a lot of the polka dots on there, but it has a few. So that's great. That may come over. Let's do that. Let's extend out. So the great thing is I can sneak my tweezers right under there. I'm going to trim this down right off. I'm going to give it a little haircut. It's okay. Okay, and then we're going to put this one, I think, there. Do I like that there? I don't know. I don't know. I thought I did. Now I don't know. So this is the fun part. This is the part that makes us be able to be defined as an artist, an artiste, as Kate Winslet called Leonardo DiCaprio. All right, there we go. So we're gonna be an artiste. So then again, so it's kind of stretching up there, right? So that's where I can come in and I can grab. Remember, I wanted a shorter kind of leaf over here. So let's grab this one. This one's pretty short. And we can also, again, I'm sorry about the paper screams, but we can shorten it more. We can make it fit our project. And I think that's my favorite thing about Altenew is that everything I can customize and make to fit my project. This was a die set with flowers that really showed a beautiful wreath. This looks nothing like that. And I think this is great. Yes, we were just at the Go Wild, and yep, we were at NAMTA Creativation, which is more for the folks that bring you the products, but we were there as well, and we will be at Create. So I would love to see anybody that's there. Please come say hello. So my garden is getting pretty full, right? So now it's just taking the final few pieces. I don't really want another gold one, and there's an orange one there. Maybe that one, maybe that piece was not the piece that was meant to go there. So we'll have this kind of here. I think I like that one better. But that's the fun thing, you know, use up those pieces. We all have pattern paper from the 90s, right? For those of us that have been doing this a while. So use up some of those pattern paper pieces, or, you know, pick up this exuberant pack. It is so gorgeous. And I mean, look, we're creating all these beautiful cards just by this one pack. We've done 2.5 cards. Remember, we used the one as a stencil, and we had, I'm going to call it the Roberta card. Okay, so I'm building that out. So I really like that. And how pretty could this be as a fall card? Do these in like reds, oranges, hot pink. I mean, use the Amy Tan line of colors for like some fall colored card and use that. Now, see, I'm not liking this. This feels like it's sticking out like a sore thumb up there. So let's see if I can get it up and off. Okay, just wipe that off. And then I can come on the back of here. Okay, and I can just wipe this off. So I've changed my mind. I don't want to use this flower anymore. So I just come on. It's probably good to not do with tweezers in my hand because I keep jabbing myself with tweezers. But now, so I've removed the adhesive that was there. It's that easy. So that's the great thing about this, is that it is temporary or it is permanent, whichever one you want. So I think that I'm going to call this finished because, you know, I'm thinking I have a lot of gold here. Maybe I feel like I need to put another orange piece, but that one's too big. So, okay. Oh, we have one already. We have one that's already been cut. I was going to say, everybody close your ears. Paper screams. I don't even know what a paper scream sounds like. I don't hear them, so I don't know what they sound like. I can hear it when stamps scream, though. When people cut their stamps, I can hear that. That is, ooh, it's a scary sound. I'm not that brave and tough to cut my photopolymer stamps yet. Look at that. Look at that. Look how cute that is. That is so cute. It layers right in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I feel like Annie, but oh my goodness, look how cute that is. That is so cute. If I'd known that, I would have probably done it more. But it works so good. And I wanted more of the orange on here. So I'm so excited. So look at all of this. Okay, we ran the die through with what? 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. And these are just the leaves. And I didn't use all the leaves. So, but look at how many cards I can make quickly. And then this would be beautiful down the side of a card as well. I mean, if you like this look, you could use it on this particular card. That's also an idea. Let me trim it so you can actually see. Because like I said, these papers they're 6 by 6. Okay. And you get a light side and a dark side in the exuberant. So this is it's such a beautiful, beautiful here, because and this one's basically done. We have a couple minutes. So let me just show you. So you get the white, and then you also get the beautiful navy with all those. Get the beautiful pink, the light pink, dark pink. So you really could create a beautiful fall card, and that's the orange we used. Here's the gold and the gold, the yellow and the yellow, the green and the green, the tealy and the teal, the blue, 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 no, and then a lighter blue there. But just such a fun pack. And especially for like a birthday, like if you wanted to sit and make a bunch of birthday cards, I know we have a lot of folks that like to make cards to donate them. And that would be a common theme, I would think, for, birthday cards for donating. And again, for folks that missed it in the beginning because we had a YouTube issue, there's also, I don't know if we still have this, but I know Altenew fans have this in their stash, the Celestial pack. I think that would be fun with the leaves just because of the vibrant colors. And you're also getting such different vibrant colors. And that rainbow one, OMG. And then the rock collection one, again, you could color that one in. And of course, my Altenew blends. And if you haven't seen these are ombre of a color family. So see, you go from dark to light or light to dark, either way you look at it. But beautiful for many of our color families are in there. Such a fun set. So, but this one, if we move this away, so we have this as option 1. Okay. You know, like when you go to the optometrist, number 1, number 2. Okay. What's our vote? Number 1, number 2. Let me know. Oh yeah, Roberta, I'm with you. Stamps, I can't do it. I just, oh, I can't do it. So many people are so brave and can though, and I am so in awe of them. So what do you think? 1 or 2? So 2 has the golds. Okay, we got a couple 2s. We got a 1. Let's see. Got like 8 seconds. Leave to underneath. I don't know what that means. You mean like over here? I'm not sure what leave to underneath means, but okay. 1. Oh, we had a lot of 1s. I think it was split. But you can see, you know, the options that you could do with this card as well. So let's bring over, we got the Roberta card. I'm going to call it forever. It'll be known in my office and hopefully on YouTube as the Roberta card. Okay. So we got those 2 that we made today, right? And then also don't forget, use the negative piece as a stencil to create. I think I'm actually going to create a card tonight. We did that there, as you can see, but you could also do this and have a whole panel of it as well. Add more pieces under the sentiment. Oh, my sentiment is on there. It is on. It is on. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. That was put on with foam tape. There's no wrestling that. You have to like cut it with a knife to get it popped up and yeah, so well, thank you so much for joining, guys. It is so great to see you. I hope that this encourages you to grab that pattern paper and create something beautiful. If you guys are like grabbing that pattern paper, or you're making the Roberta card where you are stenciling on the background, please show us in the fan group. We want to see you over in the fan group. We want to see your beautiful projects. So if you made something inspired by this, please tag me. I would love to see what you create. It's always so fun to see what you guys make. I'm just in awe when I go in there every time. I wish I could comment on every card. I can't, but you guys keep up the amazing work in that fan group, because you guys are creating gorgeous, gorgeous projects and giving such wonderful inspiration. So it's appreciated by everybody, all the inspiration you guys share. So thank you so much for joining. And as always, from all of us at Altenew, thank you so much for allowing us to help you craft your life. We'll see you all very soon. Bye, everyone.